Hello everybody, and welcome to today's video where I am going to be making mini clay animals using this Crayola air dry clay. I'm very nervous and very excited about this one. Before I begin, be sure to like and subscribe, and let's see what I can come up with for today's clay animals. I'm very nervous, but let's go. Starting off with the first animal, which is going to be a worm. I'm making a little snake coil clay thing, and then I'm bending it to shape so that way it can stand up on its own. And here we have it, our first clay animal completed, a little worm. And now it's on to the second one, which is going to be a turtle. I used my fingers to make a little turtle shell shape, and then I added on its head and of course its arms and legs as well. This one was pretty fun, and I'm always so nervous though about combining clay together, but I really made sure I had everything stuck together this time. And now it's time for the next animal, and for this one I tried to make a giraffe, but this is as far as I got before I decided it was not working. But I'm not a quitter, so I decided to try again, but this time I got this far and decided that it looked more like a dinosaur than a giraffe, so I decided to roll with that. I smoothed it all out and added a dinosaur tail, and this one kind of looks like a wiener dog, but now it's time for the next one. For this one, I am making a cat, and I decided to try not to combine a whole bunch of clay together this time and just mold everything from one chunk of clay. So that's what I did. I just shaped everything into the way that I wanted it and then smoothed it all out. And to be quite honest, for all of these, I'm kind of hoping the paint really seals the deal and makes what I'm trying to create come through, because right now I'm struggling a little bit. Here I am going on to the next animal, which is going to be a frog, but I accidentally created this and it looks like a Charmander head, so I'm going to save that for later. And then I went ahead and created the frog. I made two little circles for the eyeballs, and they weren't the same shape or like size, but I really kind of liked that because I thought it would make the frog look a little quirky, so I decided to leave those and just smooth everything out. So in total, I made 5 clay animals and a Charmander head, if you're keeping count. Here they all are drying. I had to leave them overnight. A day went by, and now I can finally check them out and see how they turned out. So they're a little bit rough looking. I could have done better, but I really just need to smooth them out and take care of a few things. So I went ahead and grabbed some sandpaper and decided to sand everything so that way they were smooth and so that they could stand up a little bit better. And I came up with this technique to put them down on the table and sand them. That way I could make sure they were sanded flat, and that way they would stand up on their own, because as you can see, they kept on falling over. So this just helped to make sure everything stood up and nothing was too clumsy. And now I can finally get started on painting all of them. First up to be painted is this little worm that we made, and I decided to go ahead and do traditional colors for the worm. I mean, still a little more cartoon-like, but still traditional colors. So I made the worm pink, and then I went in with a red and added in some lines around it just to create some details, and then I blended those out because I felt like they were too harsh, but I actually added them back in later just because I liked the cartoon feel and I felt like it added a little more character. I decided to draw on this cute little face for the worm. At first he looks like he's kind of shocked, but then I went ahead and made it into a little smile, so now he's a little smiling worm. And then I went ahead and added in those details I was talking about earlier, so that way it looked a little more cartoon-like, added in some little worm blush, and then this one was complete. I tested it out. I want it to hold my paintbrushes while they're wet, and it worked. So now it's time to move on to the next one, which is this little frog. I decided to also do more traditional colors for him, and I started off by painting him green, and then I went ahead and moved right into the details, which are his eyes. For some reason, I decided to make his eyes little hearts. I'm not really sure why, I just felt like I should do that, so that's what I did. And then I also gave him a cute little smile as well, because all of these little characters need cute little smiles. I decided to add in some details with a darker green, added some little green frog blush, and also added in some spots on his back. And then this one was completed as well. I think it turned out pretty cute. And now it's time to move on to the next one, which I am painting, and that is the dinosaur. I also decided to make the dinosaur green. I just felt like that was a fitting color for him, so that's what I decided to do. I went ahead and covered the whole thing in green and then did his little face the same as I did the rest, so little eyes and of course a little smile. I did make his smile a little bit too big, but I go ahead and correct it later so he doesn't look like his mouth is just wide open. And then I decided to add in some stripes with a dark green just to give him a little pattern, and I took the stripe all the way down his back and then all the way down his tail just to add in a little bit of uniqueness and detail. I fixed up his smile, and then it's on to the next one, which is this little turtle. I decided it would be fun to make the turtle blue, even though turtles are more traditionally a green color in art, but I decided to do blue because I just felt like that would be really fun. I made the shell this light turquoise blue, and then I did his arms and legs and his head a dark blue. I added a little bit of detail around the shell just to add in some definition, and then I thought it would be a really cool idea to add in this shimmery overcoat over top of the turtle. That way he looked shiny and pretty when he was in the sunlight, and I think this made a huge difference in the turtle and gave it way more detail and just made it really pretty. I added in his little face, and then he was done as well. And now it is time for the final one, which is this little cat. I decided to start with the pink, that way I wouldn't forget it, because I knew that if I didn't do it first, I might forget to add in the pink for ears and nose. And then I went in with this yellowy color, and this color kind of dictated what I did with the animal. I decided to make it a little baby tiger cub, so I painted it orange, and then I added in some stripes of various colors and added in a bit more yellow just to give a little more detail, and then I added in its cute little face and completed it with a little mouth. And then this one was completed as well after I added in some finishing details for the whiskers. This one turned out really cute, and that's all of the animals completed. Here is the worm again. I think this one turned out really good, and it's one of my favorites. I love its little face with the blush, and I just think the stripes on it are a really fun touch, and I also like that it holds my paintbrushes. Here is the frog again, and I think he's really cute. I like the hard eyes. I do think it's kind of silly, but I also think it's kind of cute. I want you guys to help me name all of these, so if you have a name for any of them, let me know. Here's the dinosaur again, and his stripes and his little face that we had to correct so he wasn't looking crazy. Here is the next one, which is the little turtle, which is blue and shimmery, and I love the shimmer on it. I kind of wish I would have added some more shimmer to the rest of the animals, but that's okay. He's just unique and special in that way. And then here is the last one, which is the little kitty tiger cub, and I think this one's really cute. I love that it's a little tiger. That's my favorite animal. So let me know which one you guys like the best and why. Here is the Charmander head completed as well. I actually gave this to my husband as a little gift, and he loved it, so that's fun. Here they are all again. Let me know which one was your favorite, and let me know if you have any name ideas for any of them, because I would love to hear. Thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!